Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Punch Drunk loves ya.
Punch drunk, hungover. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self.
Let's go,
Wake up to the
Serrano! Let's go, Boricua! Let's go, smash that light, baby!
my old self. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self.
Serrano, 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 Serrano!
Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old
Yeah,
self.
hoy se bebe! Let's go, baby! We breaking records out here! The greatest of all time, baby! The greatest of all time! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Sean himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de boxeo. Amanda, 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 Amanda. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The greatest of all time, no debates. The greatest of all time, no debates. Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, undisputed featherweight. Most knockout in women boxing history time. Christy Martin. Shout out to Christy Martin. Shout out to Christy Martin. Oh, yeah. Make way from Queen Amanda. Make way. No debates. If anyone debates, I'm smoking your ass tonight. If anyone debates, I'm smoking your ass tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, qué bonita bandera, qué bonita bandera, qué bonita bandera, la bandera puertorriqueña. ¡Ay! Qué bonita bandera, qué bonita bandera, qué bonita bandera, la bandera puertorriqueña. ¡Ay! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm hype. I'm hype. Long time coming. Yo. This is a brand. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now. There's a lot of records in the sport of boxing. There's a lot of records in sports. This is a record that is never going to be tied. That is never going to be broken. Amanda Serrano set the tone. The queen, the ambassador, la reina, la clásica, Amanda Serrano. Let's go. Yo. I'm waiting on this witch to come out and say something. I'm waiting on her. I'm waiting for Remy Ma's husband's pet. I dare you to say something about Amanda Serrano. Hoy se bebe. Nosotros somos bebideros. Somos bebideros. Somos bebideros. Nosotros somos bebideros. Somos bebidero. Let's go. Queso, 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 queso. María. 1, 2, 3. Un pasito para adelante, María. 1, 2, 3. Un pasero para atrás. ¡Ay! 1, 2, 3. Un pasito para adelante, María. ¡Vamos! ¡Cabrón! ¡Chacho, bro! Let's go. Carolina, Bayamón, Aguadilla, San Juan, Bori. Woo! I told y'all. Listen to Punch. Listen to Punch Drunk. I told you tonight will be an historic night in the sport of boxing. I told you tonight it will be an historic night in the sport of boxing, baby. I told y'all. The ambassador of women boxing, Punch Drunk Boxing, told y'all tonight will be an historic night. And tonight it was. Tonight it was. Tonight it was. Man, I'm hype. I'm hype. I haven't been this happy for no fighter. And let me tell you like this why. Yo, Amanda Serrano. If y'all don't know this woman, Amanda Serrano, I keep on saying it. Yo, I got goosebumps right now. Yo, I got goosebumps. I'm telling y'all, folks. Let me tell you about Amanda. Amanda Serrano is the most humble fighter I've ever met in my life. Amanda Serrano is the most grounded fighter. And let me tell you like this. Not only fighter. Excuse me. The most grounded person I ever met in my life. Amanda Serrano is a sweet. Let me say it like this. I used to say, Amanda, you a 7-figure fighter. I used to tell Amanda, I'm dead serious, bro. I'm to the emotional part, bro. Because I remember when Amanda Serrano was barely making money. I'm talking about Amanda Serrano was basically fighting for free. And anybody that knows boxing, and anybody that being in New York, and anybody that knows Amanda Serrano, and anybody that knows Amanda Serrano climbing the ladders, shout out to Cindy Serrano. Amanda Serrano was fighting fights for $700, $500, $1,000, $1,100, $1,200, well into her career. Well into 2020, Amanda Serrano was still making the $5,000, $6,000. And I used to tell Amanda Serrano. And if anybody go look at the archive, look at even the first interviews I had with Amanda Serrano, I said, Amanda Serrano, you were a 7-figure fighter. You were $1 million fighter. You were $1 million fighter. And I remember Amanda said, at least if I could get $250,000 or $300,000, it was a point that women wasn't even close to making $1 million. That for Amanda Serrano, $250,000. They said if they would have gave us $250,000 for Katie Taylor, it would be all right. I said, no, Amanda, you a 7-figure fighter. She said, thank you, Punch. Thank you, Punch. You are a 7-figure fighter. Que viva la reina! Dímelo, blowing flowers con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Chari Parique! I said, Amanda, you a 7-figure fighter. You a 7-figure fighter. I don't care. I'm a GOAT from the beginning. And when she was in negotiation with Katie Taylor to fight in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's mansion, I said, what? You gonna fight in the co-main event? Nah, that's a disrespect. I told Amanda Serrano when she was gonna fight Katie Taylor in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's mansion, to the co-main to Dillian White versus Povetkin. I told Amanda, I said to the world, that's a spit in the face. How dare you have Amanda and Katie Taylor in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's mansion? This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden fight. And when Amanda Serrano pulled out of the negotiations, I supported Amanda Serrano. 99% of the boxing world. Go back to the articles. Go back to what the Ireland article journalist was saying about Amanda Serrano. Go back to the article. They was calling her every name in the book, to the point where Amanda Serrano ain't want to interview with nobody because she felt like everybody turned their backs on her. The little of the people that was paying attention to the sport of boxing. The little bit of the people that was paying attention to the sport of boxing. The only person that Amanda Serrano wanted to speak to was Punch Run Boxing. Go back to the fucking archives because I believed. And she said, that's the only person I'm speaking to. We did an interview. I said, yo, let's go live. She said, let's go live. And she was saying she ain't going to be treated like a toy no more. Amanda Serrano said that is it. She's not going to be treated like a toy no more. I said, that's good. If I take this $100,000 punch, then that's the most that any woman can make. This not only for me, I'm fighting for the other women in boxing. If I take this deal as the number one, as the best fight in women boxing history, and I'm only going to get $100,000, then that's the peak. That's it. 2 fights later, she got out of the Lou DiBella contract. 2 fights later, she got with Jake Paul. Madison Square Garden sold out. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, the second 7-figure fighter, the most paid boxer in the history of the sport of boxing in the female side. Amanda Serrano, so loyal that in the rematch, if you go look at the rematch, ladies and gentlemen, go check out the rematch and go look at the corner. Shout out to 12. Shout out to 12. Punch, you great. Thanks for pushing her. Hey, yo, man. I'm dead serious right now, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know how happy I am. Ain't no tears coming down, but I could feel it in my body, bro. I'm emotional right now because y'all don't understand. This is a fighter and a woman that I was pushing. I used to argue with other media folks. I argue with journalists. I've argued with promoters. And they was telling me, Punch, you don't know the business of boxing. You don't know the market of boxing. I used to tell them, Amanda is a 7-figure fighter. The money in the sport of boxing, there's $1 million for Amanda Serrano. What you talking about? You don't know the money. You don't know the money in the sport of boxing. You don't know the business. I said, I know one thing, that Amanda Serrano is a 7-figure fighter. Amanda Serrano is a 7th division world champion. She's the most decorated motherfucking champion in the history of boxing. How dare you say that she's not worth $1 million at least? And they used to say, yo, Punch, you drunk? You don't know shit. Look what Amanda Serrano is at today. They used to call me drunk. I don't know shit about boxing. This is why I'm emotional. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know who I be preaching for. I know who I support. I know this shit. Amanda Serrano is the most decorated champion. Female, male, top 3 in the history of the sport of boxing. She got 2 records, ladies and gentlemen. 2 records that probably we would never, ever CB tied or broken. And shout out to Christy Martin. Shout out to the queen, Christy Martin. Anybody go check out her documentary. Is out right now. Shout out to the beautiful Christy Martin. She has a rough past. Shout out to Christy Martin. And I know Christy Martin is a fan of Amanda Serrano. And if anybody that will tie her record will break her record, Christy Martin will be happy for Amanda Serrano. I know that for a fact. Even when people used to shit on Amanda Serrano, I say, yo, Amanda, I wish you could bring that. Yo, to be honest, folks, whenever I speak, when Amanda comes to the channel, watch. I used to be Amanda Serrano. Amanda, I wish you bring that Brooklyn, that ghetto-ish and flame these shit and talk your shit. She say, Punch. It doesn't matter. They could talk all they want. I worry about the little girls that's looking up to me. Do you know how many times, folks, I used to be like, yo, but Amanda, yo, this chick is talking shit about you. This chick is trying to snake you. This chick is indirect throwing shots at you. She said, I see everything. I know. But I represent the little girls that's looking up to me. Yo, I used to be like, yo, I wish Amanda, hey, yo, give him that Brooklyn flavor. Give him that Brooklyn Boricua flavor. She said, Punch, there's a lot of girls that's looking up to me. Nobody is going to make me steep to their level. I used to be like, damn, man, come on, talk your shit. I like, and to be honest, I like that Amanda stood on her square and never gave in, because her goal was always even bigger than what, sometimes fighters be like, they may do something for greater than themselves. Well, I do this for the community. I do this for the young fighters coming up. Amanda Serrano literally lived that life. Amanda Serrano, in the position that she was in, could have been one of the most selfish athletes when she got the opportunity with MVP, got the money. Do you know why Amanda Serrano fought today? Amanda Serrano fought today. No ego. She said to Nakisa and Jake Paul, put me in that card. Nakisa, and he did an interview. Nakisa said, yo, this ain't your budget. We don't got the money to pay. This is not Amanda Serrano budget. We don't got the money to. Matter of fact, use Nakisa's word. This is why I call her the greatest of all time, bro. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where is that? 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 Listen up.
Obviously, it's a big deal. Amanda Serrano came to town. When we made this fight, she called Jake and I and said, I want on this card. And we said, the truth is the budget is not Amanda Serrano budget. It's a different budget. And she said, I don't care. I'll take less money. I want to support these girls like they supported me. Obviously, it's a big deal.
Tell me any athlete in her position in the sport of boxing to be like, just put me in the card. I want, because I know that my name will elevate this card, will elevate all the women in that card. I'll be the co-main event. After Amanda Serrano, you already know that she's the highest selling gate, whatever, best selling gate. And she sacrifices. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to boxing, a sacrifice ain't just a sacrifice like any other sacrifice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the sport of boxing. When you step inside that ring, that's do or die. This is boxing. This ain't basketball. This ain't baseball. This ain't football. This ain't NHL. This ain't none of that. She's sacrificing, but yet at the same time, when she's making her sacrifice, She's putting her life on the line. That's the difference between other sports. So the Amanda Serrano was saying, put me on that card. I'll be the co-main event. I want to help the other girls out. Because I know my name is going to generate the attention. Soon as Amanda Serrano got on that card, several days later, the shit went sold out. That's selfless, man. That's elevating women's sport. She always liked that. And to be honest, you know who taught me that? Looking at her, Amanda Serrano. You know what I love about Amanda Serrano is that they say in a lot of shit, especially nowadays, that drama sells. Drama sells, sex sells. Nah, when it comes to Amanda Serrano, you know what's the beauty about Amanda Serrano is that class sells. Beauty sells. Not selling your soul, not selling your body, being positive, being class. That sold Amanda Serrano. There's so many people, celebrities, athletes, especially in the world of boxing, when they have to create a villain character or they got to create something. There's women out there they need to be on lingerie, and no pun intended. Lingerie need to talk their shit. They need to sell a fight. Amanda Serrano never needed to sell a soul or sell a fight. Amanda sold ambassador. Amanda sold class. Amanda sold entertainment. Amanda sold knockouts. Amanda sold sweet. Amanda gave so much for. If it wasn't for Amanda Serrano's sacrifice, they wouldn't be the MVP. They wouldn't be the women signed to MVP. They wouldn't be 99% of the women signed to MVP, which Amanda Serrano has facilitated. She's not only a fighter, she has facilitated 90% of the females that signed to MVP, thus making women boxing alive today. You don't understand what Amanda Serrano has done. Y'all don't understand. This ain't sugarcoating. This is not all because I support Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is the most influential athlete in the world. I said it. Yes, more influential than LeBron James, more influential than Stephen Curry, more influential than anybody, because she helped a genre be alive. The only reason women boxing is alive is because of the sacrifice of Amanda Serrano, signing with MVP and facilitating 90% of the female society. She helped the whole sport alive. She is the most influential athlete in the world. I'm gonna get a fucking heart attack, bro, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, Punch, no, you blow, no, I'm not blowing nothing out of proportion. What would women boxing be if it wasn't for Amanda Serrano signing with MVP? Staring to be great, let's not forget, yes. Shout out to Katie Taylor. But it was Amanda Serrano that dared to be great and move up 2 divisions up. And then the trilogy was 3 divisions up. Amanda Serrano was a 126-pounder. That's what she's fighting. She's a little girl. She's the smallest one out of all of them. Out of the Alicia Baumgartners, Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields, esa la pequeña. That's the little one. Smash that like. Y'all don't know what yo. Some people don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. You know what 32 knockouts in women boxing is? You know how hard that shit is in women boxing? Do you know how that shit is in women boxing? Let's not forget that Amanda Serrano, her whole career, was fighting 2 minutes. Let's not forget 2 minutes, 10 rounds. She got most of her knockouts like that. Y'all don't understand, bruh. Y'all don't understand, bruh. I want to see this witch say something about Amanda Serrano. I'm going to fucking Aruba myself. Give me a second. Déjame ver lo que este tigre va a decir. Yeah, she ain't say shit. Yeah, she ain't say shit. She ain't saying nothing right now. She ain't saying nothing right now. Esa puta no va a decir algo ahora. Que diga algo de Amanda Serrano, que me voy para Aruba y yo mismo le doy un par de galletas. ¿Qué me importa a mí? Le doy un par de galletas si dice algo de Amanda Serrano. A esa burra. No, que me diga algo, es esa buena rullía que me diga algo de Amanda Serrano. Que la coño, que esa animal que la cojas y la arranco y coño from wall to wall. Que le digo, no, sí. Un animal. He said, focus on Amanda Serrano. If it's Amanda's night, it's everybody's night. I'm just saying. Pay homage. Amanda Serrano, second round TKO. Shout out to Hanson. At first, when I did so, I said that the thing is, once you get in them combinations in a corner like that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe people are gonna be like, yo, maybe they was a little premature and stuff like that. At the end of the day, Amanda Serrano was gonna tee up on her. There was too much minutes going. It was too much. It was 1 minute left. She was gonna get the F out of there. I know hand and fighting now, but you know what? Shout out to Holmes. Shout out to Hand. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk about this. Alicia, I gotta talk about this. I was gonna go live right after the event. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. You know, there's certain moments in sports that you wait on. I'm a Knicks fan. So this look what Amanda Serrano has done. She's from New York, right? My Knicks is in the finals. That's at the same time. Can you imagine? Yo, everybody, if y'all not from New York, come to New York because y'all gonna have to pick me up from the ground if my New York Knicks win. Because I bleed blue and orange. If my New York Knicks win, bro, I'll be in the hospital off joy. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know how my heart is invested in certain things. Y'all don't understand. I will be in the hospital full of joy, bro. I'm so happy right now that I can't even contain myself. I am hot right now. Y'all don't understand. Y'all think that this is not an act. This is not an act, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who know Guido been here since day one. Guido, tell them about how I feel about Amanda Serrano, how I've been supporting Amanda Serrano. Guido, you've been here since day one. Since 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers. Tell them, Guido. I'm going to lose my mind. Rare form. Man, I'm so happy. And look, she just tied the record. And I said, one more. DD in the building was good. I said, one more. And you know what? I would like Amanda Serrano to fight Alicia Baumgartner. I would. Because I already think that the biggest fight in women boxing will be Amanda Serrano versus Alicia Baumgartner. But now, with Amanda Serrano versus Alicia Baumgartner, and plus the story of breaking the knockout record on Alicia Baumgartner. If Amanda Serrano breaks the record, she tied the record. If she breaks the record and fight Alicia Baumgartner and knocks out and stops Alicia Baumgartner. And let me tell you like this. As much as I think, as much as I think Alicia Baumgartner is a pound for pound caliber fighter. She's great in the ring. She's great outside of the ring. But I did see something in her last fight. When she fights against a brawler, it's kind of she is not as effective as she is when she's fighting another boxer that's not trying to knock her out. That the Asian chick was trying to knock her out. Amanda Serrano goes for the knockout. All I'm saying is, if Amanda Serrano could put a hit on Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano could put a hit on Alicia Baumgartner as well. If Amanda Serrano could have a Katie Taylor on the ropes, hurt, wobbled, Amanda Serrano could do it to Alicia Baumgartner. I'm not saying she would, but she can, and she has all the intangibles. Amanda Serrano no tiene vicio. Amanda Serrano don't have a boyfriend. Amanda Serrano is full-blown boxing. Everything she does is fighting. If she's not fighting, if she's not boxing, Amanda Serrano was doing jujitsu. If that's Amanda Serrano's life. Amanda Serrano's life is like, I'm gonna tell you what Amanda Serrano is like. I'm gonna tell you what Amanda Serrano. She's just the sweetest thing that you could ever meet. But Amanda Serrano is like a caged. She's like a caged. I don't like to say it that way, but I think that you understand what I'm trying to say. She's like a caged animal. She's like a caged lion. Literally, I'm dead serious. Like her sister, Jordan, shout out to Jordan Maldonado, has her. She's like como tú lo dices, como hypnotized to the fight game. She doesn't have friends outside. She don't have boyfriend. Her first phone, she don't even have her phone. She doesn't even have a phone, bro. Trust me. I've been around Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano don't even have a phone. If she uses somebody, is using her sisters, and her sister will show her something, or Jordan will show her something from his phone or her iPad. Amanda Serrano don't even have a phone. She would have an iPad, and she would listen to her music. When I tell you that she is dedicated to the game, to the fight game, she's dedicated, bro. I've been in the locker room with Amanda Serrano. She is so locked in. At this level, she's still performing like if she's 19 years old. How many stoppages you see in women boxing? She just got her second round stoppages. Holly's kicking ass right now. Shout out to Holly. That's dedication. I'm telling you. That's dedication. That is dedication. Well, look, folks. When I was with Amanda, I'm going to put it right here. Give me a second. Give me a second, bro. When I was with Amanda, let me put it right here. Give me a second. So I remember Amanda was like, "Hey, yo, Punch, play me." What she wanted to, she said, "Play me some Bad Bunny to hype her up." You know what I'm saying? So I had my phone and she was getting warmed up. So I played her the Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I like about Amanda Serrano. And yes, Amanda Serrano, and they did invite me to go to Texas, to Apostle, Texas. They did, you know what I'm saying? You know, but things is a little bit rough up here and stuff like that. I can't go out there in a minute, but you know what I'm saying? So I did get invited out there. You know what I'm saying? So for the people, well, you were not out there. I did get invited out there. let's not forget Amanda. And so this is a man. Where Amanda Serrano at? Let me see. Yeah, this was me when I was in the. Let me see. That's me in the corner holding the Puerto Rican flag. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I find. That's me in the corner holding the Puerto Rican flag with a minute. And I'm gonna say that was the one of the greatest moments of my life. And I'm gonna tell you what that's why one. I'm gonna tell you why that was one of the greatest moments of my life. One of the greatest moments of my life. You know, is in my top 5. And the reason why is Amanda Serrano wanted the people. It was only like 5 people. She don't have an entourage, like I told you. No friends, no nothing. She wanted the people in that moment. The people around. She wanted the people around her that supported her. It was Jordan, her sister Cindy, the cut man Mike Bassel, the second hand Punch Drunk. Why I say is one of the greatest because I shared. They allow me to share that moment, her biggest night, one of her biggest night of her career, and she never forgot. She never forgot the people that vouched for her, and she just wanted the real ones. It wasn't an entourage. It was, and I felt like, yo, that's the really. When I say, yo, there's a lot of people in the sport of boxing. Most of them are ungrateful. Amanda Serrano reciprocated the support, and there's certain things. I know if y'all understand, they you may, and I'm not saying I did anything for her. I just support Amanda Serrano, but you know when your support and your love is reciprocated, that shit feels good. And she wanted, yo, I want you to walk me out. Yo, when we walked out first, right? 73,000 fans in that stadium. Yo, that shit was like surreal. That's surreal. That shit is like, I remember after the fight, she was a little emotional. She got stitched up, and she was emotional because she felt like she won the fight. And she like, I don't know what I gotta do. Like, why? Like, why? Why did it, she was emotional, and I was like, damn, I felt sorry for her, bro. Like I really felt bad for her, man. I really felt bad for her because, I'm telling you, like, she is in boxing, she's the humble person I ever met in my life. What was the robbery? What happened? Boss lady said it was. It's something, you know what I'm saying? When you supporting and stuff like that, like, I'm gonna tell you that there's other fighters that y'all supported, and when there was nothing, bro. I'm gonna give you an example. Jerome Boots Ennis. Jerome Boots Ennis, and Guido knows. I supported Jerome Boots Ennis when people didn't even know who Jerome Boots Ennis was. I remember his people's, like his pops, was happy that I did interviews with Jerome Boots Ennis. He said, when he gets to the top, I want him to get used to this. So these interviews will help him out. Thank you, man. I was the one that said Jerome Boots Ennis is the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. Everybody that knows this community knows that I was rocking with Jerome Boots Ennis. Nobody even knew who Jerome Boots Ennis was. I went to Philly. I went to Philly on my motorcycle from New York to Philly just to support. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? He's doing interviews, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait till everybody because he know Punch. You know, I'm one of his guys. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, Boots, let's do an interview, yo. You know what he said? In front of everybody. He was like, nah. I said, what? I said, oh, that's how it is when you get up there. That's how it is. Wow. I used to text with Boots and all that. Oh, that's how you get. Oh, when the millions come, that's how you get. And he did it in front of everybody. I wish there was a video. I'm not even ashamed. I tell her how it is. He went like that in front of everybody like this. Nah. Wow. But they are like that in the sport of boxing. There's people like that in the sport of boxing. They forget, man. They forget. I've helped people get signed too. You know what I'm saying? First time they get their promotion, I helped them out get a manager contract. They get a promotional contract. They leave. I seen them in the fight. I seen him in the interview be like, oh, how you got on? Oh, no, it was this person and this guy signed me. And I'm like, wow, motherfucker, you in this country because of me. I helped you out. Yo, there was people that used to tell me, yo, why you spend hours trying to help these guys out from Dominican Republic? 6-8 hours. Going through contracts, redlining contracts, sending information to the Dominican embassy, to the U.S. embassy, the Dominican embassy. Do you know how many? Yo, and then they come over here and act like I ain't nobody. I'm telling you how it is in boxing. Boxing is the most snakish community that I ever been. That's why I'm even, to be honest, I'm even scared to try to facilitate any help for anybody else. Punch, boxing, we need that in Amanda Serrano. Don't worry. Hey, yo, Guido, she was in TikTok the other day, and she was showing me man love. I ain't even know because I don't be on TikTok. And then one time I was uploading something on TikTok because I don't show on TikTok, and I left the video on TikTok. But then I see, oh shit, that Amanda Serrano was live, and then oh shit, I popped in a live because I don't do TikTok, right? And yo, she was showing me mad love. You better come down, you better come, and she was showing me mad love to her supporters. Go, yo, this is Punch. She believe in me and blah blah blah. Yo, for like 5-10 minutes. But that's her though. That's like that's a man that Amanda's man sweet, bro. She said, not everyone punch. That is just who you're signed with. You know, I'm telling you, in boxing, that was just not one fighter. I got 3 fighters. And I said, you know what? I even told one of the dudes, I said, yo, I said, yo, tú me da gana. Yo, I like my people, but you Dominican fighters, bro, ustedes son como mierda. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I got PTSD with Dominican fighters. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm Dominican, but I got PTSD with Dominican fighters. Those motherfuckers are mal agradecido, bro. Users, bro. They don't appreciate shit. I gotta say, but that's not every Dominican fighter. I just got PTSD. They give you the fucking saddest story in the fucking world. You help them out. They get to the fucking what they believe is a promised land, and then they act like they don't know, and they just make you look bad because they'll snake the person that you hooked them up with. And then who stays? Who they be like, hey, yo, Pun, why you hook me up? Damn, man, well, you couldn't handle it. That's your people. That's because when you vouch for somebody, that's the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world, but that's one of the worst things when you vouch for somebody, right? That's almost like, hey, yo, that's like me saying to Blowing Flowers and Kitty Boo, yo, Kitty Boo, no, I got this person, you know what I'm saying? He's good money. You know, partner up with this person. He's good money. Trust me, I'm vouching for you. You know me, Kitty Boo. You know me, blowing flowers. You know me. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? This is it's going to work out. You got my word. And then you like, all right, you do it. You F with the person because you do it for the benefit because you trust me more than them, right? You do it, and then they'll snake y'all. And then who stays bad? You gonna look at me like, yo, Punch, you introduced me to this. You don't want that told me that this was good money, that this is a good person, that this will be a good partnership. And then they'll snake. Yo quedo en malo. And I told dudes like, yo, my man, why y'all doing that, bro? You guys are going to F it up for another Dominican fighter that I could help out. I would never help out a Dominican fighter ever again. I'll be honest. I would never do it. I would never take the time. I can't. It's because it's not. It's time. It's so time consuming. Is you do it for your heart. You're not even asking for money. Like there's people that be like, yo, why you ain't take your 2%? Why you ain't get a finder's fee? Why you ain't do this? There's just people that, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I understand why there's certain people that got a cold heart and just cold. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I leave it in God's hand. That's how I'm grateful that God never changed my heart and never, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't put the effort in, you know, like I did for these 3 fighters. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put that. It's just when it comes to the sport of boxing, it's everybody trying to snake. Put it this way, in the sport of boxing, if you in the sport of boxing, just know that you got a knife behind your back. That's it. And anytime they're gonna stab it and they're gonna twist it, whatever. Just know when you're in the sport of boxing, you got a knife behind your back. That's it. And the reason why I don't want to be infiltrated in the sport of boxing, like or business wise, or be like an advisor or anything like that, is because I'm too good of a person, bro. I got too much of a good heart, bro. I'm too good. That's one thing I take from my mom. My mom, she used to do so much for the community. She do food drives. She used to do food drives and all of that, right? And my mom, she ran the lead poison movement in Harlem. My mom has done work for Rudy Giuliani, for Michael Bloomberg. She's done work. She has gotten awards from Rudy Giuliani, from Michael Bloomberg. She has run campaigns for councilmen and councilwomen. And I used to tell my mom, I said, Mom, why you don't run for president? Why you run for mayor or something like that? And my mom be like, because my mom got a unique story. You know, my mother, my mom, my pops, you know what I'm saying? Married in high school, you know, divorce. She's been through a lot, depression, all that. My mom been through a lot that even her, you know, mental estate really fogged up. When I was a teenager, it was really rough. Our relations was a little bit rough because what she was going through, you know, with separation and divorce, it really effed her up mentally. You know what I'm saying? And by that effing her up, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, as a mother, there's certain things that she lacked because of the depression that, you know, she went, but she's a great woman, beautiful mother, and all that, and all of that, right? Um, But that's what I learned about depression. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember my mom used to come from work and then lock herself in the bathroom for hours. And you could see like she crying because of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So as a young teen, what that leaves you, you know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's a whole personal story. But I used to tell my mom, I'm like, why don't you run for mayor? And my mom said, I won't run for mayor. You know why? Because you got to be a liar. You got to be a good liar. And my mom is Christian and all that, so she don't believe in none of that. She's a devoted Christian. She goes to church. Oh, she used to go to church every day and stuff like that. She's like, nah, you got to lie. And it's almost the same way I feel about boxing. I don't want to be in the in this boxing business because all these motherfuckers is fucking snakes, man. I'm too real for these dudes. I don't even, you could think that these boxers, a lot of these boxers be blaming promoters and all that stuff, but they be snaking promoters too. These boxers be snaking promoters too. How do they be snaking promoters? I'm gonna give you how they snake promoters. Promotional company will give you a camp fee, right? And if it's depending on the magnitude of the fight, a promotional company will give you $100,000, $200,000, $250,000 camp fee, meaning that they will give you a card of $100,000, $150,000, depending on how the magnitude of the fight, right? And the promotion will give you a camp fee. They will give you a card, and you will pay off your nutrition, your sparring partners, everything you need. You know what they do? These fighters, they give that camp fee and they hustle it. They'll get the weakest sparring partners. They don't really spend on it. Like they don't really spend. They'll have their family member be their nutrition. They'll have the weakest camp ever. They will facilitate. They will give money to their family members. So the fighters also snake the promoters with the camp fee. It's a whole snake, a snake thing going on in the sport of boxing. Everybody's snaking each other. The promoters are snaking the networks. The promoters and the sanctioning body snakes the network. How does the promotional company and sanctioning body snake the network? They together contract with the network. The promoters are going to promise them championship fights. Oh, I'm going to promise you 17, 18 championship fights. The network is like, oh, wow. Remember, the network is going to give the budget to the promoters. So the business of the network is the business with the promoter, right? The promoter has the business with the sanctioning body. So the promoters be like, hey, yo, the promoters handle the business with the belt fee, with the sanctioning bodies, and then the promoter, to get the contract for the network, tells the network, I'm promise you championship fights. The network don't know the ins and outs of the sport of boxing. They don't know the business. They don't know the politics of the sport of boxing. They just know championship and fighters. That's it. Okay. So they give all the money to the promoters to do the show. The promoters are hustling the networks. So they be like, hey, we're going to promise you a championship fight. I'm going to give you an example. The WBA interim is on the line. The NAAL WBO championship is on the line. For the network, the promoter say, oh, we're going to do a championship fight. Oh, who has it? Okay, Lomachenko versus Richard Comey for the regional WBO championship belt. The network is okay. It's going to be a championship fight. The network don't know shit. So the promoter and the sanctioning bodies is hustling the network. The promoters and the sanctioning bodies hustle the who? The fighters. The fighters hustle their own trainers and everybody else. That's why you see these fighters, they get a bunch of they'll get a good payday, and they don't want to pay the trainer that 10% anymore. So they hustle everybody. The fighters are hustling the money that they get. The promoters and the managers is hustling the fighters. The promoters is hustling the networks, and that's what I say. If you was tuning into my channel years ago, I said that the networks is gonna catch on. These promoters are not giving the fights that the fans want to see. Everybody's pocketing the budget money. I said this. That's why these promoters don't fuck with me. Cause I know shit. I know shit. So I said years ago, the more that these promoters are gonna F over these networks, they're gonna F it up for everybody. Where we at right now? Tell me what American network is invested in the sport of boxing. NBC, CBS, no Showtime, no HBO. You got Amazon Prime with PBC that they don't even got a budget. You got Netflix right now. And that's the good thing about Netflix. The only reason they gave MVP, ESPN MVP, because this is a new entity. MVP is doing good business, and they doing good business with the women. And ESPN is going to align with that. ESPN is investing in something new. But ESPN was not invested in Top Rank anymore. ESPN is not invested with no PBC, with Golden Boy Promotion, with Matchroom Boxing. All the promotional companies with the zone outside of America. Now you tell me, boxing used to be the number one sport over 80 years. 80 years heading into the heading into the early 90s. Boxing heading into the late 80s. Boxing was the number 1-2 sport in America for over 80 years, ladies and gentlemen. And it got to the point, these promoters was hustling the network so much with fake real fights, fake best of the best fights. And the networks caught on because they wasn't receiving any revenue to these whack ass fights. They just paying these fighters and people pocketing. They shortchanging these fighters because the budget could be 78, 90,000, 100, I'm sorry, 90 million, 78 million, 100 million. And then you give your favorite, your high invested fighter. Here's 2 million. Here's 1.5 million, pocketing everything else. Nobody wants to invest in boxing anymore. These promoters juiced out and hustled these American networks so much that nobody want to fuck with boxing anymore. Han won? That's what's up. Damn, so she won the rematch too. Shout out to Stephanie Han. I'm sorry, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I just wanted to cut a live and do the show with the Amanda Serrano breaking the record. I'm tying the record. The fight just ended, and it was definitely a good fight. My fault, man. I was so overwhelmed with the Amanda Serrano that I wanted to go live right away. I'm sorry about that, folks. Give me a second. Let me see where we at. Hold on. I'm watching it right now, folks. It was a great fight. Damn, I should have. What they felt it was a robbery. Home was robbed, no lie. Let me see. Hold on, I don't want to be flagged. Give me a second. Let me listen to the post-fight interview, ladies and gentlemen.
rich. He is rich. He got his own money. I tell you, he's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money. He's rich. He is rich. He's rich. He is rich. He's rich. He is rich.
¡Eso! ¡Págame la música! Queso, man. Yo. Hey, yo. Queso. I think I'm getting good luck. Look. Hey, yo, Queso. It's like a roller coaster this year. I got my guy Josh Kelly that won. My guy Teofimo Lopez lost. Amanda Serrano ties the record. Okay, so if my Knicks win, do you know? Yo, Queso. I can only assume the things were said during the rant. Bro, if the Knicks win, my brother, you gonna catch me in Columbia Presbyterian. I'm gonna have a heart attack of joy. If we lose, I don't know if I'm gonna get a heart attack. I've already been heartbroken. I've been heartbroken. But if we win, yo, I almost was gonna crash. Driving the car the other day when the Knicks was winning, I was listening over the radio because I had to get somewhere. Queso, you don't understand how much of a Knicks fan I am. Yo, if I do it live, bro, Queso, if I do it live with my friends, remember I was saying in the live the other day, if I bring my peoples here to tell you how I act as a Knicks fan, they will all be like, yo, if I have my pops or my mom tell you how much of a Knicks fan I am, they'll be like, nah, man, this guy, I snap. It's like I'm not even here, bro. It's like a ghost. It's like, that's it. I'm not here. And the 2.5 hours of a Knicks game is like I'm unrecognizable, bro. I don't know nobody. I don't know my kids. I don't know nobody. Yo. It's unhealthy. To be a Knicks fan I'm very unhealthy. Put it that way. I'm very unhealthy, bro. I be scared of myself. That's why I stay away. I stay away. Put it this way. I'm like the Incredible Hulk. You know, when he's not green, he's scared. He's scared to turn green. I've gotten to the point where it's not healthy for me to be a Knicks fan. Man, people said that they're gonna cry, surprise, deep. Yo, bro, guess I'm telling you, it got to a point, and this is just for the last. A matter of fact, guess so since I started the channel, Punch Drunk Boxing, and well into the channel that I was way more focused in boxing than basketball. This has saved me from getting heart attacks. Boxing have saved me, have saved my heart condition. To be honest, bro, I'm dead serious. I'm not even playing around, bro. People would be like, yo, I thought you was going to do a Knicks channel. Why? Bro, a lot of people that know me outside of this, the boxing stuff, everybody would think that I would have a Knicks YouTube channel. Yo, why you don't do the Knicks? You crazy? Bro, I'll lose it within 10 games. I'll be flagged. YouTube would never, I would not last having a boxing, a Knicks YouTube channel. I would not last half a season. I'll be honest. I'm dead serious. I won't last. I won't last. The boxing is the best thing that ever happened. Because I was already having heart attacks, bro. I was already having heart attacks. I'm dead serious, bro. And this series right here, hey, yo, Wednesday, June 3rd, Wednesday. And shout out, I'm celebrating my son's birthday. You know what it is? Also, okay, so my son's birthday, Caden, the middle one, his birthday's in June 3rd. So it's my son's birthday on Wednesday, and it's opening the first game of the NBA finals. What a day. My son turns 9, and the first game of the NBA finals. Punch, you got a Knicks tattoo? I was gonna get a Knicks tattoo. I'm gonna say, hey, you're blowing flowers. You think I'm blind? I was gonna get. I'm so much of a. I had to hold. Yo, if I bring my tattoo artist over here, bro, I was gonna do a Knicks head. This right here. Look. Oh no, this side. This side right here. Like I got head tattoos all over the place. Right. This right here would have been the Knicks logo. And I said, no, just let me do my just do the. I got tattoo all over the place, but I'm just saying that was gonna be the Knicks logo. And my boy was like, the tattoo. I was like, you for real? I said, let me think about it. I said, I'm telling you, I'm a Knick fanatic. I'm a Knick fanatic. I'm not a fan. Spike Lee may have the money. Spike Lee has the money, but Spike Lee can't fuck with me as a Knick fan. He can't F with me as a Knick fan. I'll put any Knick fan up against me, bro. Any Knick fan up against me. I'll put any Knick fan up against me, man. No, that's my heart and soul. That's like my baby. I've been a Knick fan my whole life. I'm talking about my whole life. My whole life. I cried like a baby when we lost in 94. I cried. I didn't even want to go to school. That was me back in the days when my Knicks would lose. I hated Michael Jordan. I hated Reggie Miller. Those were Freddy Cougars to me, bro. I hate Reggie. Yo, to this day, I can't stand Reggie Miller. I give props to Michael Jordan, but today I don't like Reggie Miller. I don't like Reggie Miller. My guy, John Starks right here. If anybody has a heart like John Starks, I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of people that got heart. I'm like that in boxing, and I'm like that in basketball. She said Reggie Miller, mama. No. It's a thing, no. Reggie Miller was Freddy Cougar. Every time he puts a shot, I think it's gonna go in. Michael Jordan is like, all right, he's the greatest of all time. I expect it from Michael Jordan. John Starks, that's my heart. Y'all wouldn't even know who's my favorite player. I wear number 10. I wear number 10. Not because it's just my birthday, but I wear number 10. You know why I wear number 10? When I used to play in sports, y'all wouldn't even guess. Guess why I wear number 10 when I used to play ball, baseball? I used to wear two numbers. Two numbers, number 10 and number 7. And y'all can't guess why. Y'all wouldn't even guess who was my favorite player growing up. And it wasn't even Nick. I'm a Nick fan, but my favorite player. Why I wear number 10. Two players why I wear number 10. I'll give it to y'all because I ain't going to guess. My favorite player growing up and the number that I used to wear was Dennis Rodman, number 10. Kenny Lofton, my favorite baseball player, wear number 10 as an Arizona as a point guard and number 7 as the Cleveland. Those are my favorite numbers, 10 and number 7. Every time I played, people used to be like, oh, you wear number 10 because you're... No. Because of Dennis Rodman, I wear number 10. Then 3 became my favorite number. Rodman, yes. Dennis Rodman. If you put it this way, if if Detroit fans, Detroit Pistons, damn, I said Rodman in my head. Yep, guess so. That was my favorite player. My first jersey I ever got for Christmas was a Dennis Rodman jersey. That was my favorite player. Dímelo, queso, te va a dormir ya. You going to sleep, queso? Yo, number 10, number 3 became John Starks. Number 3, Isaiah Thomas was my favorite. Oh, Isaiah Thomas is the man. Number 11. But remember, the Detroit Pistons was the bad boys. But after the bad boys, who took on that name? The Knicks. The Knicks had the identity of the Detroit Pistons. Remember, the Knicks had, and Pat Riley had, the no layup line rule. I mean, the no paint, the no layup rule. That once it's playoff time and you come down the paint, you're gonna get hit. That's it. Ain't no freebies with the Knicks. Like, there was no freebies with the Pistons. I wasn't a Detroit Piston. I was too young for the Detroit Pistons thing. But the thing is, I liked it. Dennis Rodman. Come on, man. When you could shut down Michael Jordan, only one person in the world, bro, only one person in the history of basketball could say, I shut down Michael Jordan. I shut down Michael Jordan. I did my thing versus Larry Bird, and I did my thing versus Magic Johnson. And I could guard Shaquille O'Neal. One person could say that, bro. Dennis Rodman could guard Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Yo, he shut down Kemp. He shut down Johnson. He shut down Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkes. Hey, yo, Dennis Rodman is the shit, bro. And Kemp, Carmelo, and guarded Shaquille O'Neal. Who could say that, bro? Who in the history of basketball could say that? Who in the history of basketball could say, I shut down Michael Jordan? Not in a game. Not just in a game. In a series. Dennis Rodman was so good, that motherfucker, that Chicago Bulls needed to recruit him. That's how good he was. Let's recruit that guy. That was my guy, bro. That was my guy. Nobody in the world could say that. Nobody in the world could say that. The guy that got the best of Michael Jordan. We could say, yeah, Isaiah Thomas, but Isaiah Thomas wasn't guarding Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Dennis Rodman was picking up. Dennis Rodman was guarding point from the point guards, from the centers. Hell yeah, bro. Dennis Rodman will defeat you mentally, bro. You ain't hear what Sean Kemp said in the interview? Sean Kemp said it wasn't Michael Jordan that beat us, it was Dennis Rodman that beat us. Dennis Rodman had that mind game, and the thing is, he knew his role, bro. He knew his role. He ain't try to be somebody they not. And you know, that's how I always say that even in sport. I always say that boxing translates to life itself, but even in sport, once you know your strength, the effective people in the world is those who know how to hide their weaknesses, explore their strengths, you know what I'm saying? Activate their strength and know how to hide their weaknesses to the best of those are effective people. We all got our weaknesses and we all got our strengths. Those who know how to hide their weaknesses the most are successful, even in the ring. You think that Floyd Mayweather ain't have no weaknesses? Yes, he had weaknesses. Edwin con los 5 pesos. Oh, God bless you, Edwin. Is Pap coming down from from upstairs to take his mistress to the Knicks Friday night? Man, he ain't going no. We don't need no bad luck. As a matter of fact, yeah. Let Remy Moss pet in the garden just to sniff if there's bombs around Madison Square Garden. It's a sniff to sniff all that, to sniff a bomb out. That's we're gonna need her. If there's any threats around Times Square, 34th Street, and we have dogs to sniff around, we could have Clarissa on that. But yo, man, today is oh my God. Yo, folks, I'm telling you, folks, if y'all haven't subscribed, a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link because I look out. That's one thing I'm gonna ask from y'all. I don't ask for nothing. I don't ask for much. The most that I could ask for is smash the like button, but I'm gonna ask y'all, help a brother out. Subscribe to my Kick, because once we get this Kick, when I get monetized on Kick, of course I'm gonna be doing YouTube. I'm gonna be simultaneously doing like I'm doing right now. We live on Kick right now. Subscribe to me on Kick, ladies and gentlemen. We need 250 subscribers to be monetized and partner up with Kick. To get me monetized, I need 75 subscribers or followers within 30 days. So I'm going to put the link. Help a brother out. Give me a second. I'm going to put the link right here. If y'all can help a brother out, what about your other YouTube account? Which one? The Vindictive Baby Mom. Oh yeah, I had another YouTube account called damn, what was it called? I haven't been there years, in like 3 years. VOVBM, victim of vindictive baby mamas. Thank you, Rare Form. I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody, please follow me on Kick, because this is what I'm gonna do with Kick. Right now, this is Punch Drunk Boxing, but on Kick, I'm gonna do boxing and beyond boxing. I'm talking about we're gonna be in the bars, we're gonna be in the streets, we're going to elevate content. Like, you think, if y'all think Dean the Gray and these other guys is doing shit, yo, I'm gonna give you the whole tutorial of New York. We going to the hookah bars. We going to all the sports bars. We gonna do basketball games. We're gonna do parties. We're gonna do everything on Kick, because Kick is gonna allow me to do that. Not like in YouTube where music is playing and they flag it. On Kick, they don't do none of that. So with Kick, and also on Kick, you keep 95%. If you become a partner, you keep 95% of when people support you. You understand what I'm trying to say? I can't keep up with too many accounts. I already got 5. But I'm still gonna be on YouTube. It's like right now, I'm live on Kick right now as well, simultaneously. Right now, we're live on YouTube and on Kick. But I think what Kick is right now, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. On Kick, it's Punch Drunk. So it's gonna be way beyond boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be way beyond boxing. It's gonna be surrounded by sports, health, fitness, because I think I want to get back into working out, and it's just gonna be everything, man. I'm gonna really like. I'm gonna expose everything about me and be personal and all of that. I think I'm personal here already, and but I'm. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. You know what I'm saying? I really want to dedicate. My time with content. You know what I'm saying? I think I think you know, I just wanna work doing content, not having a job, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna deliver content. I wanna deliver, you know, I want to maximize my potential. Put it that way. I want to maximize my potential. Yo, there's people that be like, hey, yo, Punch, yo, you should do stand-up. I do. Hey, yo, we going to the Uptown Comedy Club, bro. I'll sign up. We'll do that. We do that with Kick. I'm going above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to work for y'all. Anything y'all be like, yo, Punch, I want you to do a content. Go to Brooklyn and go to this. Go to the South Street Seaport. Go to this. Yo, I'm gonna that's my mission is that, you know what I'm saying? And I want to share light everything. We got a pro. We look over here in Punch Drunk Boxing. Remember, I went live doing protesting. Remember, there was the time with the George Floyd, and I went out there and I did protest for the whole week. I still got the video up. Hold on, look. And I was talking to the cops. Yo, that day got me that day got me tight. Let me see if I still got it, yo. I've done so much on Punch Drunk. Hold on, look. Let me see. Where is that? Is it here? Protest. Let me see. Protest. Check this out. Wow. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for my son's birthday. I appreciate you, Melissa. God bless you. Let me see if Caden is up. Hold on. So I could be like, hey, yo, look what Melissa gave you. Let me see if he's still up, because he be playing little video games. No, he's sleeping already. Hold on. Give me a second. He was sleeping. He's sleeping. Thank you. And it's late too. It's 12:31. Wow. Now he's sleeping. He was up when I started live. You know, he was watching old TV and stuff like that. I would have been like, hey, yo, Caden, look what Melissa gave you for your birthday. Good looking out. Appreciate you, Melissa. Appreciate you. God bless you. That as well. I want to talk about autism. Rare form. That's what I'm talking about. Give me love through King. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, and I want to talk about that thing too. You know what I'm saying? Autism. My son is autistic. You know, and you know, even as a parent, like people talk about how the kid deals with autism, but then as a parent, you know, what it taught me more about, you know, my son being autistic is patient. You know, like patient learning. Like in the beginning, I was like, you know, he wasn't getting things. He couldn't talk. I knew something was wrong, but it was messing with my ego. Like, damn, man, is it me? Is it my gene? Is it something that I did wrong? Is it something that me and his mom did wrong? It was like, you know, what's going on? You know, and I always knew, I said, no, he got to be tested. He got to be tested. And you know, around 3 years old or 2 years old, you can't be diagnosed with anything. But I always knew that something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then at 3.5 years old, that's when he got diagnosed with autism and stuff like that. But I always knew there was something wrong and stuff. So then now, you know, even now he's gonna be 9 years old. He still don't talk. He don't talk as much. Like, he still only put the most 2 to 3 words together. You know, that's the most. you know. And the thing is, if you see him from afar, he's normal. He look normal and all that. He's not the from the other spectrum. But I had to learn as a dad how to be patient. There's certain things that my son does that is he needs everything in order. And once you take something out of order, it messes up his day. It messes up it's gonna mess up 3 hours of your day. Like my son is the type that he puts his cards and his toys in an order, and he knows if you even move it a cell, if you move it an inch, he knows that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If you put him into shoot a basketball and he needs to make it, he needs to make it. If he don't make it, it messes up his day. It messes up the hour, messes up everything. Like it's something about order with him. Everything is like time, and like if I remember, if I step out and I don't give him a kiss in the cheek, if I don't give him a kiss in the cheek when I step out, he used to is like, no, I gotta come back. If I'm going to the gas station, no, I have to come back, it's like it has to be a repetition. It's like every day has to be the same. It's like a schedule, um so it's something I had to learn. And I think as a parent, he made me more patient in life. He made me patient. He made me like not care about almost like not care about your feelings. Like you think that, no, you got to care about other people's feelings 100%. No, you gotta give me a hug and a kiss now. Like you gotta no. So for me to feel good and for me to feel all right, my son has to feel all right like that. It's a learning. It's something learning. And I know, and as a parent, I could say this. As a parent that has an autistic child, I think that ego has to get out. You got to let ego out. It's not your fault that the kid's going through that. It's not going through it, but it's because there's autistic children that is smart in a lot of things. Like I say a relative of the family be like, oh, why he plays video game. Let me tell you like this. The video game, my son plays this video games, but playing the video game is actually what got him talking more. So I got to the point where I don't want him to stop playing video games. The video game, like if you see my son playing video game, ladies and gentlemen, he is like a genius. He is the man. You know what I'm saying? Like he figures things out. And the thing is, he don't even know how to read, how to get this. And he just is instinct. I'm like, man, I was never like this playing video games. And I was nice back in the days when I was a kid. But the video game, because it talks back, that's when he actually started talking. When he got into the video game, like around 6, 7 years, I'm going to say 7, 8 years old, like last year and a little bit, like in 2 years. That's what got him talking. That's what got him like putting sentences together, because he hears, and my son is funny because he'll go to the TV. He plays video games and he will try to go to YouTube and play the same and put the video, somebody that knows how to break codes or something like that. And he plays video game and watch the TV like this. Oh, that's how you get it. Like that's how he works. And I didn't even teach him how to do that. That shit is crazy. I didn't teach him how to, he goes to YouTube on the TV. He's playing video games, and whatever he's learning in the video games, he goes to and he matches the word, the letters, and he goes and search, and then he goes, oh, that's how you break the code, so he could get the whatever to go to this stage. He said that I'm 91, 90 level. I'm level 90, level 91. Yeah, my son into Legos heavily. See, Lego, right? And that's like order, right? Like on the he's order. Mess up his Lego, right? If you mess up his Lego, how he's gonna act? If you mess up his Lego, how would he act? For the individual with an ability, my son gets overstimulated quick, so I created a safe, fun zone. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. That's what. Let's say let's say his grandpa will come visit. He goes, "Oh, why is he always playing? Why is he shaking? Why he's moving like that?" My son likes to rock himself, right? He likes to rock himself on the couch, and it could be intense. And you think something is wrong, but that's how he soothes himself like that. So first, we try to stop him from doing that, and I try to, and he'll get mad if you stop him. He'll be like this and be like, "Okay, then." And he'll be like, and I felt like it was more torture for him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. It's like I used to be like, "Yo, he's not. Is he bothering? Is he bothering somebody? If he doesn't bother me when he does it, you know what I'm saying? It soothes him. You know what I'm saying? It just he just, and if you stop him, then all right, now it's either you stop and you want to go through some problems throughout the day. you want to see this kid go mean on y'all. Let him. He's not bothering anybody. Let him rock himself. Boom, he'll you know. But he slowed down a little bit. He slowed down. Even today, he asked me, I want haircut. I want hair. So it means he want a haircut, right? So I said, how low you? Because he got it like I said, how you low you want? He goes like this. Not like that. And he goes like this. Here. So I'm like, you know what? Because he used to have long hair, and he got tired. He wanted to cut his hair and stuff like that. But you know, it's a learning. It's gotten fun. It's gotten fun. You know, it's gotten fun. I used to feel guilty, honestly, when he was younger. I'm like, damn, why? It was a bad mixture. Is a chemical mixture bad? I started even doing research. Is it vaccine shots and stuff like that? Like but you know, that's what I mean. I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to open up panels. I want to talk about everything in life. Because in the end of the day, I always say God first, everything second. And even when I'm driving and I'm like, I'm always happy that I mentioned God. I feel like at least I said something, and at least one person caught it. At least one person, God, I'm like, yo, God is good. God is the greatest and all that. You know, I want to talk about how good God is. I want to talk about imperfection. I want to talk about, you know, relationship and how to work through relationships and how to work through the flesh. You know, maybe it's therapeutic to me because I think that this has been therapeutic as well. You know, fatherhood. I'm a real, just like I'm an advocate for women boxing. I'm a real advocate for fathers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real advocate for fathers. I wish that fathers would fight as hard for their kids. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of fathers that goes through the court system, and I know it's tough. I've been there. They give up. They give up easily. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was going to family court, and me and this other dude, we wanted to do a little protest, right? And let's get 200 signatures, right? 200 to 300 signatures. We got 280 something signatures of fathers. Hey, yo, we're gonna come here back on Monday and we're gonna protest, right? We're gonna protest. Ladies and gentlemen, you want me to tell you, we got 280 signatures. Do you know how many people showed up on that Monday? Do you know how many people showed up? We got 280 signatures. I'm saying, yo, it's gonna be lit. We're going to start a movement out here. Like, stop taking advantage of dads and blah 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 blah. And I know there's some deadbeat dads that effed it up for others and stuff like that. I understand that there's real great mothers that their fathers done wrong, left her with the kids and all that, the responsibility, and really going to family court for real justice. And then there's other women out there that's going to family court to take advantage of the fathers, right? We know all of that. We know there's good fathers that are not supposed to be in family court. There's deadbeat fathers that effed it up for the real ones. There's women out there that truly to go to family court to make things that get things right, and there's other women that go to family court to take advantage, right? Five people showed up. And I said, damn, that's what it is. These fathers don't fight. That's why I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's why things don't change in family court. Because there's a lot of dudes that talk a lot. Oh, yo, this shit is effed up. Yo, this thing is effed up. But when it's time to fight, tell me how many times you ever seen a protest on family court? Shit, that line is from here. That line on family court on a Thursday, that shit's from the entrance all the way around the corner. If you in the Bronx or downtown Manhattan, anybody knows that. But when it's time to fight, these dudes don't fight, bro. They don't fight. That's why nothing have changed. There's no real protest. Trust me. Me and this gentleman, we got 280 signatures, and when it was time to protest, 5 people showed up. Me, the dude, and three other fathers. And I said that day, I'm like, all right, these dudes don't fight for the kids. You know, and there's other fathers out there that they only want to fight. And I'm gonna be honest, it's only want to fight when the woman finally pulls your card. Well, you're not fighting for your kid. You don't see your kid. And then when the woman finally says, you know what, I'm taking you to child support, or I'm just taking you to court, and I want sole custody, that's when the father want to come out of nowhere and be like, nah, man, you trying to take my kid from me and stuff like that. That's effed up. Yeah, but you stepping up because she's already had it with you. I know those. I know those situations as well. You know what I'm saying? That the dude really, oh man, you trying to take and then you try to be the victim. But you haven't seen your kid in a month either, my brother. See, that's me. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I can't be around dudes that much that I can't be around dudes like that are deadbeats. Because think about it. If you got friends or whatever, associates, and they're deadbeat dads, how are you gonna trust? And that's your boy. Let's see if you in the street game, right? You got you doing your thing. If this dude is not capable of taking care of your own kids, my man, he gonna do to you. You ain't shit. He'll snitch you out. He'll leave you for dead. He ain't gonna protect you. He ain't gonna be there for you. You're not even there for your kid. My brother has custody of his kids. When females see us down as a child support, I be in tears. Yeah, it's a real one out here. Hey, yo, I had custody of my son. My oldest son, I had custody. 11 months battle. You know? But at this point now, we all cool. Everybody cool and stuff like that. But it was a fight, though. Man, it took a lot out of me. I still got PTSD over that. Yo, that shit took every energy, bro. I don't see things the same way. Like, it took everything, bro. I don't wish that on my enemy. Because I'm a devoted father. I couldn't function. Not seeing my kid. I remember the first time that petition was there, and I ain't seen my kid for 1 week. For 6 days. Yo, that shit killed me. It literally almost killed me. because I was about to make one of the worst decisions of my life. I turned dark. I turned dark. I was going to do. I'll be honest. I was going to do some crazy ish. I was going to do the craziest ish, imaginable. I was on that type of time. And around that time, the only thing I have is my kid. That's it. That's what I'm living for. Like everything in life, I'm a shitty ass motherfucker and everything in life, but shit, as a father, I'm the fucking super dad. That's why I'm still breathing. That's how I can still function, and especially around that time. And when you take that away from me, think about it, because there's a lot of people that be like, "Hey, yo, that your kids is your everything, right?" My kids is my life. My kids is my life. Oh, my kid was my life. Like, especially when I just had one, it was just my oldest son, right? I wasn't afraid to die. No lie, folks. I used to be like, but God, why you have me here, man? Take me. I'm gonna tell you like this, folks. I was in a point of my life that I leave a lounge, and I'll be driving in my car, and I'll close my eyes, and I'll drive and see where it takes me. I'm dead serious, and I don't even swear to God, but I know the highway, especially the FDR, like the back of my hand. And it used to be time I'll be like this. Let's see if that's the whoop. Let's see if I crack. Like that. Yeah, when you're in a dark place, in a dark place, and you're like, well, I'm on earth. I don't have nothing here for. I don't got nothing to live. What I'm here taking space. Then when I had a kid, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not afraid. I'll be honest with you. It was a point where I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm afraid. I'm so close to my son, and we're like, my oldest son. We're like, he's been a daddy's boy. He's inseparable. Like he loves his dad. He loves me, and I love my son. I used to think that I don't know how my son would live without me. So I wasn't afraid to die, but I'm like, I can't leave my son. He's so like when your kids are so close, like they're so close to you that they can't function without you. Like I can't imagine. I think the worst. I'd be like, damn, if something happens to me, I think my son will think about harming himself. That's how close we like. That's how close we, and that's what I'm afraid of. I'm like, man, I don't want to leave this earth until I have them all set up or something. You know what I'm saying? He said, I believe you. The other parent can push you to the edge. Yeah. Man, the system, they pushed me to the edge. I remember my brother one time be like, yo, man, this is how she want you, man. This is how she want you. And I'm like, nah, you don't understand, bro. Yeah, she got me here because she's using my son against me. Of course. Yeah, she got me. I'm here to protect my kid. And I gotta protect my kid from his other half. And it was crazy, man. Yo, I wish that I had a reality show. Yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If my situation was on Kick and it was like a live stream, the chaos that I used to have. It'll be the number one stream or reality show in America. Just the 11 months battle in family court when I was almost held into contempt 3 times when I was cursing out and talking back to the judge and shit like that. Yo, that right there, all the fathers, all the men will be lifting me up like, yo, you the real one. Yo, the court was a reality show in itself. It was a show in itself. I fired my attorney twice on the spot. I remember that one time they said, said, yo, one of the ones that I went in. So, Mr. Gomez, when can you one of the days you can see your kid? I said, I can see my kid every day. Oh, well, what are the days, of every other week? Do you want to pick them up on a Friday and drop it on a Saturday? Do you want to pick them on a Thursday, drop them on a I said, what is that? I said, what are you talking about? What is that? Monday, Tuesday? No, I could see my kid every day. I could be with my kid every day. Yeah, but what are the days? Like, what? I said every day. I said, but let's be specific. What are the days you can? I said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24/7. Every day. I said, do you know that I've been seeing my kid every day since he was born? What are you talking about this day? No, I can see my kid every day. Every day, every day. I work overnights every day. He never had a babysitter. I come out of work, I pick him up. He never had a babysitter. It's every day. I've been with my son every day since he was born. What you mean this? Yo, I was getting tight. Yo, I got tight. Yo, it was getting so tight that even my son's mother was like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Get calm down and calm down. You're the one that bring me over here. Yo, one time I said, get calm down. And then you know what the judge said? One time she said, nobody asked you to be here. Oh my God. Yo, the judge said that to me. She said, no, but nobody asked you to be here. Yo, I took the paper. I said, what you mean that nobody asked me to be here? Look at the paper right here that says that if I don't show up, then you got a warrant for me. What the hell are you talking? You think I want to be here? Yo, y'all think I be snapping and boxing? Yo, I snapped several times. That's it. If you're gonna talk one more time, we're gonna hold you to contempt. Hold me to contempt. I don't care. I want peanut butter. I want peanut butter and jelly sandwich with milk. And at the end of the day, I gotta pick my son at 4:00. You're gonna have to explain to my son why he's not picked up because I'm in jail. Oh, that will be on you. No, that will be on you. Oh, I'm going to jail. Why I'm in jail? Because I'm fighting for my son. I'm good with that. We don't want to hear you, and I don't want to hear you talking anymore. Let your attorney speak for you. You're fired. Boom. That's it. I'm talking. Yo, I fired my attorney in the spot just like that. She said, I don't want to hear you talking anymore. Let your attorney speak for you. You're fired. You have counsel. You're fired. I'm talking right now. No, you fired. All right. You fired. Yo, I was Snap City, bro. Yo, I was Snap City. Like, yo, it took a lot. Oh man, family court getting intense. Ay. Nah. I'm telling you, if y'all would have seen me in action, bro, I'm dead serious. Y'all would have seen me. Yo, if y'all would have seen me in action, y'all would have been like, yo, Punch is a crazy. Yeah, Punch is crazy. They'd be like, yo, Punch is a crazy dude, bro. I was like that. Help me to contempt. Go ahead. I'm going to go to jail. You're going to take me to jail. Take me to jail. In the end of the day, I'm fighting for my son. That's why I'm in jail. I'm proud of that. Your family court, if it was a show, it would be oh my God. Good night, Punch. Good night, Flower. Appreciate you. No. Family court could be a show. It is a show, bro. I seen this dude. I said it the other day when I was talking about this dude. I seen this dude, man. Bro, he came out the courtroom with the baby moms. And he put a beating. My goodness. I was so mad about my situation. I was waiting. They went first. I was waiting. And this couple, the mother and father came out the court. And as soon they get like a little bit close, yo, this dude, it was like Mike Tyson It was like prime Mike Tyson punching the ish out of his opponent. Yo, when he cracked her, blood, like, like sprayed on the floor. Yo, this dude was like Mike Tyson in his prime. Yo, my God, yo. No man, I'm gonna tell you, not including me. No man helped that woman out. Then a court cop came, tried to take him off. Still, that cop couldn't stop him. Bang! He had on the floor. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this dude was pummeling the one. Then another cop. Then it took like 7 court cops to take him off. I was so mad at the situation that I was in. And me and this other guy was sitting like this. And this other guy was across from me. And God forgive me. God forgive me. But this is where my mind was at. I was living vicariously through him. Like, and you know what this guy did across from me? He's like this. And I look at the dude and I went like this. Forgive me, folks, but I was like, that anger that he put a beating on it was like, está bueno, coño. Yo, that's how, the family court system fucked me up, bro. Not effed me up because I still got custody of my son, but the battle and how I seen they do fathers wrong and all that, bro. It really, you know why? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. That situation made me think about the worst things. It's the thoughts. It's not the action, but I used to think about the worst thing. It was evil. It makes you think about things that you never thought about. It makes you think that you are capable of doing something that you never thought about. She said, sorry, I can't ride with that. Me either. But it was just, I'm saying, is the feeling. It's almost like saying, it's almost like when you were a kid. When you were a kid and you get punished by your parents. And you be like, I hate you, mom. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't feel it. It's a feeling, right? So, yo, I always used to tell my homegirls, if I take your kid away from you, how would you feel? I used to tell my homegirls, like, if I take your kid away from you, how would you feel? They couldn't even fathom like my homegirl, when I used to talk about, because I didn't talk about my situation with other dudes, because of the dudes around me, they didn't take care of their kids. So they didn't understand my fight. You know what I'm saying? I was in my circle. I was the dad that took care of his kid. I was everybody knows, all my peoples knew my son King and all that. Yo, when they see me, they see King. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, 80% of the dudes in the block, they don't even take care of their kids. So I couldn't just have these conversations because they numb to it, because they don't take care of their kids. They don't fight. They ain't fight for them. So I used to have these conversations with a couple homegirls, and I said, if I take your kid away from you for one day, how would you feel? Yo, they couldn't even give me straight. They can't even grasp. They can't even the thought of it. Now think about me. Think about that week that I ain't see. Think about that week. Where you think my head is at? That you know how I am as a father, and you see me every day with my kid, and you strip my kid away from me. Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy. Yes, I'm gonna go crazy. Yes, I'm not gonna hide it. Yeah, if you want I'm emotional. Yes, bro. Yes. You play with my kids. Yes, I'm halfway there. I'm halfway that either I'm gonna do something that you probably gonna regret for the rest of your life. I'm gonna regret, and you're gonna regret for the rest of your life. Play with my fatherhood, and it's gonna get there. It will get there. Fuck it. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. Facts. No. Because if you say again, if your kids is your life and I take your life away, because if I say your kids your life and I take your kids away from you, how you gonna act? What you gonna do? Are you gonna relax and wait for the next court date that's gonna be in three weeks or 4 weeks? Any mother out there, let me take your kid away from you until the next court date. And you raise your kid, been with your kid every day till 7, 8 years old. And it gets to the point now I'm gonna use your kid against you. And I'll take your kid and you can't see your kid to the next court date, almost a month. Let me know how you're gonna handle it. Let me know. Anybody. You're gonna channel your anger, channel your emotions. No. You're gonna go. You're gonna borderline gonna lose yourself, bro. I lost. I was lost. I said I seen blank. Everybody was the devil. Everybody was against me. That's how I see. I couldn't even be outside. My homeboys didn't want to go out. Yo, you picking fights with everybody. I could play basketball. I'm picking a fight. I could be in a bar. I'm picking a fight. I could watch a game. I'm busting TVs. I was a wreck. God willing that I ain't do that. It ain't go way beyond certain things. I was like, when somebody be like, "Yo, you got a quick temper," or I was there already. I'm not even. When people say 0 to 100, I'm at 100 every single day. My emotion gonna take over. Yeah, but those are things I want to talk about. Those are things I want to talk about. And then have fun. My son went to camp and called me for 3 days. I couldn't sleep. It was bad. Melissa, right? If your kid, my son, he's in his first year of college. Now he got vacation. If my son in the dorms misses a day and a half for 2 days, like if I call my son and my son doesn't pick up, yo, as a parent, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you think the older it gets is easier, but the older it gets, you're more worried. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not under your wing no more, right? So now my son, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going out with friends," and my son drives, right? Like, now I'm thinking, does he have friends that tries to, you know, peer pressure him to drink or smoke or or make decisions, or if there's a girl that peer pressure him to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? So my son said, "Oh, I'm going to go out, or I'm going to go to this party or whatever," and I call and he don't pick up, and I call again, he don't pick up. Yo, that right there is like you know what I'm talking about, folks. For the devoted parents out there, you know what I'm talking about. Like, that right there is like, now I remember how my parents or my mom used to feel, my grandmother. Like, where you at? And back in the days, there was no phones like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got a cell phone. Now you could know where your kid is at and all that stuff. But me, when I'm calling my son and he don't pick up, and I call my son, I hate when my son, put it this way, let's say my son calls me, but I didn't see it, and I call him back and he doesn't pick up, and I call him again and he doesn't pick up. The first thing that pops in my mind is, my son was hitting me up and he was calling for help, and I'm calling him and he don't pick up. There's something happened, and I keep calling. Yo, sometime I call. Like, I'm the crazy your crazy girl that used to call you like 15 times, missed calls, and stuff like that, and you don't want to pick up. But when I feel like that, and my son not picking up my person, and then my son will be like, "Oh, my fault. I left the car. I left the phone in the charging in the dorm or whatever. Blah blah." Woo, man. Because I don't know what I do, man. I don't know what I do, man. That's a scary. I don't want, man, losing it, man. One of my kids, man, he lost two of his little ones in a fire in a burning building 4 years ago, 4 years ago. And I see him and I say, "What's up?" And he always like in a good mood. But I know underneath all that smile, bro, he lost a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old in a burning in between 175th, 176. Y'all could check it us in the news. Yo. And I'd be like, "Yo, my God, oh man." Like, I don't know how I don't know how parents could just move forward like that. You know what I'm saying? When your kid, man, I don't know. I don't even like to think about it because I don't know, man. I thought my grandmother dying was bad. Like, but she's old and I know that she was going to pass away. But I don't think the passing away is really what I was sad about. It was more that I'm like it hits you. I'm never going to speak to her again. And I'm not gonna never go. That's why, folks, if y'all never notice, I usually never go live on Fridays because on Fridays was the days that I really have those long conversations with my grandmother. I used to call her like around 6 o'clock, 6:30. That's the time that I usually really call her on Fridays. Keep a good work. Good looking now, bless. Good looking now with a $2 super chat. Good looking now. Appreciate you. God bless. And yo, I'm telling you, if it's any jokes, me and my grandmother will joke all day. If my grandmother was like paying attention to YouTube and she's in the chat, she was young enough to be in the chat. Trust me, I think that will be my co-partner, like co-host. Like, yo, my grandmother is the funniest person I've ever met. She's funny. And we had this chemistry. Out of everybody, we just had a chemistry, you know. And then when she passed away in the burial, after the burial, we went to hibachi restaurant. Me, my mom, my brother, my sister. Then I dropped everybody off. And then finally, I'm driving by myself home. Guess who I try to call? I was thinking about something funny. I was thinking about something funny because every time I said something, I see something funny or say something funny, I call my grandmother and shit like to crack a joke about something. I was heading home. This is the day of the burial. After the burial, we went to the hibachi restaurant. We dropped people over. We went to a get together here, get to go right. Then all right, drop everybody off. Now I'm heading home. And I'm thinking about something funny. I forgot what it was. And I hit my grandmother. I called my grandmother. And it hit me right there. I said that, yo, no, it's real. That's it. She's gone. She's gone. I said, I'm never going to speak to her again. I'm never going to crack a joke. And she's never going to crack a joke with me. It's like, that's it. That's it. That's it. Bless with the $5 super chat. With the $5 super chat, stay grateful all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Thank you, appreciate you. So that's the hardest. That was the hardest. So I'm thinking about even a child, but that right there, still to this day, I was thinking about tomorrow. Yesterday, I was like, I wanted to call her for something. I wanted to call her just to. I'll be honest. Yesterday, I felt so down. I was gonna go live yesterday later on in the night. I was gonna crack, and I just didn't have no energy. I yesterday I actually missed it. You know, you get your days, but yesterday I really missed it. I had no energy to do it. I just really wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to have those great conversations. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you lose somebody that understands you and really loves you unconditionally. Now I love you unconditionally just because she's your grandmother and I'm a grandson, but love you unconditionally. Like this, you got parents that love you because that's their child. They love you because you're their daughter and you're their son. What I got off for my grandmother, that she loved me for me. Like really, she loved the personality. She loved the character. She loves the person. It's not that she just loved me because I was a grandson. She actually loved the person. She likes who I am. I remember I'm a person that I pick my nose, right? People call it nasty. And people be like, yo, why you picking your nose? And my grandmother be the type. They look and say, they leave him alone. Let him pick his nose. He's not, you know what I'm saying? If he doesn't want to use a napkin, he doesn't want to use it. Because I used to be when I was young. I'm like, no, I don't like how using the napkin. I like how I pick it and I play with the booger. Leave him. My grandmother used to be proud that I was still going to high school and everybody else dropped out. All my cousins, my brother, they dropped out. And I stood in high school and I finished high school. And if anybody gave me more props than being a father, was my grandmother. When my best friend died, it was my grandmother. I had to call my grandmother. When I was going through that family court shit, she said, "Don't worry, why she's doing that to you? And my grandmother used to say, she's crazy. Why she doing that to a great father like you? Like, she is crazy. She's gonna regret what she's doing." My grandmother used to tell me that she's gonna regret what she's doing. She's crazy. You're the best father I ever met. And when they saying, when they trying to, she kind of console me and saying, "Don't worry about it," and stuff like that. She's crazy. And guess what? Eventually, I got custody of my son. And but I remember when I got a neck tattoo, right? Because my grandmother, she old school, so she ain't like tattoos like that. So one time I went to visit her in church. And um I wear button down, but I always wear the top button up. You know what I'm saying? I used to button the top all the time. And I'm in church. I went to visit her in church, and she's sitting next to me, and she said, "Why are you trying to hide it? Let me see the tattoo you got in your neck." Because I really want to show you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing that she didn't like. If it's one thing that she didn't like, was tattoo. And she said, "Let me see what you got there in church," right? And I'm like, damn, she caught it. Like, she caught the little bit over here. I'm like, shit. And then I button it, and she goes, "Eso bonito. That's beautiful." When she said that, I'm rocking every tattoo now. You know what I'm saying? I used to go prepared. I used to be all like this, because there's one thing about, even if they know you got tattoos, you just I show my grandmother respect. It's something that she just didn't like. And then after that, like, she didn't judge me for nothing. Like, she didn't judge me for nothing, man. You ain't never gonna meet a person like that. I'm like, yo, nah, I ain't never gonna meet a person that understand me like that. I ain't never gonna meet a person that understand me like that. She understand me from front to back and knew exactly the words to say to diffuse me if I'm mad or whatever. She knows exactly how to calm me down. How to like in the spirit. That's how you say, like, the diffuse, like it's almost like a bomb. Diffuse the bomb, the ticking time bomb. She knew how to. But yeah, those are the things, you know what I'm saying, I want to like explore and talk about and different situations, you know. Yeah, man, I ain't never gonna have nothing like that. So I was arguing with myself the other day. I was arguing with myself the other day when I was walking and stuff. Like I'm looking at the sky and I'm yeah, like I said this the other day and I'm like, yo, man, I would have thought that I'm like y'all would have thought that I'm mentally ill because I'm looking at the sky. Yeah, abuela, like yo, you ain't gonna talk to me like for real. You just going up there having a good time with Jesus and stuff like that. You ain't even gonna tell me that you doing all right. Did you forget about me? And as I start playing, like damn, it's that I'm start thinking about that. Is God real? Is heaven is real and stuff like that? You're not even hitting me up. What about all those people that say that when somebody passed away that they come in their dreams? You still haven't come to my dream. It's been over a year and stuff like that. Like you really gonna forget about me like that? Like, for real? Yeah, it was one day I was like, yo, if you would have seen me in the street, you would have been like, yo, Punch is going nuts. Punch is on some K2. Yo, no lie. Y'all would be like, hey, yo, Punch is on drugs. What the fuck Punch is talking? Who the hell is Punch talking to? Yeah, man. They'd be like, well, you know that they old and they'll pass away. You know, you take whatever they learn from. I thought that it would have been easy. I thought I would have been nah, I still deal with it, man. I still grieve, man. I didn't grieve too much because it was like numb. It was shocking. It was like, but certain deaths like that, man, they make you feel numb to everything else. I think that's what I think that's what her death has done. He become numb to everything else in a good way and in a bad way. You know, in a good way, in a bad way. Cause you know, I could be numb to important things. Like I'd be like, yeah, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes it's a good thing to say whatever and bad things to say, well, whatever. I'm gonna die anyway. Whatever. Who gonna love me? Anyway, you love me for temporary, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like everything is just temporary. You know, we all know that life is not forever, but now it feels like every love is temporary. You not now you get, you know, when a death like that happens, you get scared to attach yourself from something. You're scared to love something that hard, or you scared for somebody to love you that hard because you don't want them to love you that hard because you don't want to be responsible for that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I don't want to love something that much. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's scary to look outside of my kids. Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to love something that much because if I lose that, I feel like I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose myself. And I'm, I'm not. I don't. It's almost like leave me alone. Like I don't want to be loved that much. I don't want to love somebody that much because I can't control another person's love. I can't control how much they love me, and I can't control how much if they ever gonna stay. So I don't even want to deal with the. I don't want to deal with that. You understand what I'm saying, folks? If you understand, like you don't want to deal with that, man. Can't help who love like hey, no fear with God we love. He put now I love God. See, God would never leave, but that's God's love. Loss and grief is definitely traumatic. It is. And I think that it's traumatic in the beginning, but it is not. I think it grows. That's the thing I'm learning right now, that it grows. Like it's like, nah, I can't be like that. All right. I know death is a part of life, but damn, the end? Shit. The end? And I was thinking about that yesterday. Hard body. I was so drained, ladies and gentlemen. I was so drained in thoughts with I was so drained in thoughts, and I apologize if I'm even talking about this. I just went way out of the box and stuff. Now I'm really venting out, and I apologize for that, folks. And I'm in the couch, like no lie, I tell you, like for 4 hours, 5 hours, and just thinking about wishing to have a conversation. Why did she leave at this time? Why she doesn't come in my dreams? Why doesn't she say something? Why God? Why this? And too many whys. And I know she's been here forever, and it was a matter of time, but it's still why? Why is this time? Why this? Why that? Why I can't have a peace? Why I can't be something spiritually that talks to me or something like that? Like, give me something, that I could just stay with on a daily basis. It's that selfish talk, you know. Give me something. Like, give me a conversation spiritually, or come in my mind where give me a dream when I'm having a conversation, or a daydream that you're just hearing, and give me a conversation for 5 minutes. I think to myself, you're still in attention. Oh. When my oldest brother was killed, I lost my grandma and dad back to back. I literally thought I was going to die from when my heart was. When my friend Margie died, man, I didn't even feel like I was driving to the funeral, and I didn't even feel. I thought I was gonna like tear, probably just feel sad and be with other friends and stuff like that. I couldn't even get close to the casket. I'm like, and then it was like an emotion that ran through me, and then I had to leave the room, and I went back into my car, and I'm like, yo, and I'm saying to myself, I didn't even think I was going to feel it. And I'm like, like that I couldn't even talk. I didn't even think that I was gonna feel that. You know what I'm saying? And me just having that experience, and me having my grandmother experience, yo, I think about, oh my God, what about if one of my kids, oh God forbid, passed away before me? Oh my God, I don't know, I can't even imagine myself. I think, to be honest, I say this: God forbid if one of my children dies before me, and I'm gonna say this, it's not even, but even the chemistry and the attachment that I have for my oldest son, because my oldest son, of course, he's the oldest one, and we have so much history, and me fighting for him. And there's certain kids that you may have multiple kids, but there could be one or two kid, but there could be that kid that's you have a bond. You don't have a kid. You don't have a bond with all your kids. You may love your kids the same, but you don't have the same relationship and the same attachment. The kid doesn't, and not every kid has that attachment to you. Some kids are attachment to their dad. Some kids have attachment to their moms. My oldest son is very attached to me, right? And we have a bond. And I used to be like, if he passes away before me, if anybody that knows me, call the cops in the hospital, put me in a straight jacket, and put me in a place where I'm not gonna harm myself. Drug me up, put me in a place I am not gonna harm myself. Put me in a straight jacket, put me in something. That's the best you. I think if I think lock me down. Put it that way. Lock me down. Lock me down. Just lock me down. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm. Lock me down. That's God, yo. That's blessing right there. 420. Man, I'm waiting for that dream, man. But anyway, sorry, folks, for the. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. But anyway, let's go to boxing. Now that Amanda Serrano is the has tied the record for more knockouts in women boxing history. Do y'all agree now with me that Amanda Serrano is the greatest of all time? Amanda Serrano is a 7 division world champion, the Guinness Book of Records. No woman, I don't think, will ever become a 7 division world champion. No woman will come close to 50 wins. No woman will ever, especially in the way that boxing is now, that fighters only fight twice a year. So you can't even go all the way to 50 fights anymore. Amanda Serrano got 32 TK knockouts, ladies. Do you know what that is? Women boxing, 32 knockouts. There's people out, there's fighters today that don't even got 32 fights. 32 knockouts. I want to know what Christy Martin's saying. Yo, I want to interview Christy Martin. Let me see if let me see if she said. Wow. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. The Oshaki Foster win, right? The Oshaki Foster won. Shock one scorecard was wild. I knew the shock of Shock. I gotta call my guy. Damn, he's sleeping. Hold on, let me see. Coach Anthony. I always felt that Raymond Ford was better with Coach Anthony. I didn't look at him. I didn't look at him as the same fighter. What I look at, Raymond Ford was a fighter that was following Shakur Stevenson instead of following his own purpose. I think that messed him up. Let me see. Um, did Amanda win? Of course, she tied the record. She tied the record for most knockouts in women boxing history. She won 7 division, second round TKO. I just sent a message to her. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll join soon. Let me see. Let me see how many follows we got on Kick. Shout out to everybody on Kick as well. Let me see who got on Kick. Let me see who got on Kick. Let me put this here. Let me see where we at on Kick. Let me see what you.
Amanda, congratulations on an incredible win.
I mean, I'm listening to the post-fight interview with Amanda Serrano. Let me see what she's saying. Hmm. It was boo. It was boo. Jake Paul, but nah, they can't boo Jake Paul, bro. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so hype, so hype, so hype. Again, man, I think for next for Amanda Serrano, so she could get the 50th win and break the record. A fight with her. Yo, let me see. I think, to be honest, the biggest fight for Amanda Serrano. I wouldn't be mad if I see a full fight with Katie Taylor. I know the last fight was kind of, but I think they could still promote a full fight because Amanda Serrano, I knew why that was the game plan in the second in the third fight to box. Because she didn't get the nod when she was out there fighting and brawling. And actually, I believe that she won the first two fights and she didn't get the nod. So she couldn't be doing the same thing and then not get the nod in the third fight. I think Alicia Baumgartner is a good fight. I think it is a good fight. I think it is the biggest fight in women boxing. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Amanda Serrano versus Alicia Baumgartner is the biggest fight, money making fight if that happens. I would like to see Amanda Serrano also in the UK versus Ellie Scottney. That will be a huge fight right there. That will be a huge fight. And Amanda Serrano performing in the UK, I think they could sell out an arena over there. I think that the next fight should be in Madison Square Garden or in Puerto Rico, so she could get because if she don't get the knockout, at least she still get the 50th win. But if she breaks the record, what better way to break the record in Madison Square Garden or in Puerto Rico where she could sell out? Versus Tiara Brown is a good fight. I think a fight if she could rekindle that Erica Cruz fight, because that was a brawl, that was a grueling fight. But yeah, those are the fights that I would like to see, either a full fight with Katie Taylor, Alicia Baumgartner, Tiara Brown, Ellie Scottney. That'll be a good fight. Getting Serrano on your show. Yeah. I mean, she was supposed to come live this week, but I think once they signed with MVP, they just doing, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but they said, yeah, she's willing to do it, but she's highly busy, you know what I'm saying? She's more busy than ever. But they'll come. They from New York, so I could even do the one-on-one interview face to face. You know what I'm saying? Once they come back to New York, I'll hook that interview up. I hook that interview up for the people and stuff like that. But we always in touch. I think that's what it is. Because since we in touch from time to time, I get the private conversations and stuff like that I forget about the interview for the people. This is the best time to let her celebrate. Yeah. I'm gonna get on the show. I just checked. She just hit me back. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Amanda Serrano. Shout out to Amanda. She hit me 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, she hit me back. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in the channel. But yo, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be dropping other videos. I'm gonna be dropping also a podcast episode for tomorrow. So follow me also on Spotify, Apple. What is it? Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Play. You could catch my podcast is also up there, and that's exclusive content as well. So when you're going to work, you're working out, listen to Punch Drunk Boxing. You can catch me on Spotify as well. Please, I never say please, but please follow your boy and subscribe to me on Kick. Y'all don't even gotta follow me like that. Just subscribe to me on Kick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that platform is really gonna elevate the my work and my brand. And I for real, it's gonna, because I'm again, like I said, we're gonna take it to a whole nother level, I really want to dedicate everything to the brand, to y'all, you know. And I said this coming in 2026. I said I am going to work for y'all because y'all been so good in supporting the channel, becoming members to the channel, donating to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Queso, because yo, it was a time when we was what 40 subscribers, 40,000 subscribers, and you know, Queso believed in the channel, believed in and you know what I'm saying, his humanitarian effort to get people to really, you know, support the channel. So I'm forever grateful, highly grateful for Queso. Hope you're doing beautiful and great and your health is good. I always have you in my mind, always have you in my prayers as well. And I hope your niece is doing good with the abdominal issues that she had. And everybody else, man, Fight Fury Films, Savage, all the y'all that been member for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man. Hopefully I become a member to the channel, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be working for y'all 24/7. I don't want to do nothing else but take care of the kiddos and work for y'all. For real. I'm gonna take it to a whole nother level. Take it to a whole nother level. And if y'all want me to talk about anything else, anything that's popping, just hit me up. Hit me up. Put in the comment section, yo, Punch, talk about this. Can you get an interview with this person? And my work speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? I go get it. I go get it for y'all. You feel me? Love y'all. God bless. God is good. God is everything. God first, everything second. 5 plus survive equals true champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We might have a special guest. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. It's kind of late. Let me see this. Let me see if we want to chop it up. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, see, got no special guest. Hold on. Let me see. Nah, he busy. He busy. Not Amanda. Tomorrow we back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, not past, not tomorrow. We back at it. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.